Hi, my name's Rosie and I'm a member of St John's Church. I'm helping us today on Maundy Thursday reflect on Matthew chapter 26, particularly looking at the Last Supper, the meal that Jesus shared with his friends before he died. Now, Jesus wasn't actually just having a meal with his 12 disciples, but he was celebrating the Jewish festival of Passover, which commemorates God's miraculous deliverance of his people from Egypt many generations before. And as we now know, that meal was also a foreshadowing of Jesus' death that was to come shortly afterwards, with the bread and the wine that they shared together representing the body and blood that he would shed for us, making a way that we could be right with God forever through the sacrifice that he would make for us on the cross. Just like Passover, there's loads of different festivals and things that we do each and every year to celebrate different things and to remember them. We have birthdays to remember the day of our own birth and to celebrate those that we love. And in the church calendar, each and every year, we celebrate things like Advent, Christmas, Palm Sunday like we've just had, Easter Sunday that's coming soon, Ascension Sunday, Pentecost, loads of different events. Have you ever wondered why we celebrate them each and every year? Have you ever wondered why we take communion when we can meet together in person so regularly? In John's Gospel account of the same Last Supper, after Jesus has taken the bread, he specifically says, "Do this in remembrance of me." So Jesus himself commands us to remember him. I've been reflecting on why that might be and why that's so important, and I've come to the conclusion that it's because we're very forgetful people. The Bible is chock-a-block full of forgetful people too. God reveals himself, he sends prophets and leaders, he himself speaks, he gives commandments and orders, very specific instructions to people and encourages them. But so quickly they forget what they've just seen or heard. They go back to worshipping idols, they run away and do the wrong thing, they muck up time and time again. It can be easy to read those stories and to roll our eyes and to think, oh, we'd never do that. But I think we're just as forgetful. I know that in my own life, I so often forget the times that God has already come through for me, the prayers he's already answered, the ways that he's already provided for me. And I expect, if you think about it, there's probably times that you know that you've done that too. So what's the benefit of pausing to remember Jesus each and every day, but particularly today on Maundy Thursday? I'd say there's two big things. The first is that it increases our joy and gratitude to reflect and remember. Obviously, thinking about the big thing of Jesus' sacrifice should bring us great joy and thankfulness for all that Jesus has done for us and won for us on the cross and through his resurrection. But actually, in our own lives, there'll be individual answers to prayer that we've seen over the years that we've been around. And I know that I often forget the prayers that Jesus has answered. So why don't you try writing them down? That can be a great thing to look back on, to remember all that Jesus has already done for you. So as well as increasing our joy and thankfulness, I think choosing to remember Jesus actively in our day-to-day lives increases our faith and trust in him. Because then when we come across hard times, and I know many of us will be experiencing those now or might be experiencing them soon, that as we remember what Jesus has already done, that we know and can remind ourselves that he continues to be with us, that he will always be with us. He doesn't let us go, he doesn't let us down. The fact that God has already provided us means that he can and he will do it again. So I hope that this Maundy Thursday you can take time to pause and reflect, to remember Jesus, to remember the great things that he's done. I pray that it brings you joy and thankfulness, and I pray that it increases your own trust and faith in him. Thank you.